Hey guys, so a lot of people were asking me for this recipe for the chickpea potato curry. I made this and me and my husband loved it, and then our friends loved it, so I figured it might be just easier to go ahead and make a video. So what you need is chickpeas, and I have doubled this recipe. So if you want to cut it in half, by all means, feel free to cut it in half. Anyhow, we'll need chickpeas, coconut milk, potatoes. I chose to use a spicy curry paste, but you can easily use tomato paste and add curry seasoning. I just find that it's easier to do it this way. I also have cumin, I have ground turmeric, and smoked paprika. These are going to be a little pricier at the grocery store, but they are well worth it, especially the smoked paprika. Paprika and smoked paprika are very different, so yeah. Potatoes, I said that, and then of course some greens. I'm not going to use all these greens. Some of these greens are for the salad, but these are fresh greens that I picked out of the garden, and I will be adding some greens to the dish. So I'm going to open these, I'm going to drain them, and I'm going to rinse them. I'm going to wash these, I'm going to chop these, and I'm going to boil them. And then I'm going to open this and set that aside until I get ready to use that. So I'll be back after I do that. Okay, we're back, and I have rinsed and drained my chickpeas. I've chopped my potatoes up into bite-sized pieces. I've opened my milk and set it aside. One thing I forgot to mention is that I do serve this over jasmine rice, and we have jasmine rice left over from last night, so I didn't have to make that. But if you were to serve this over jasmine rice, you might want to get that started first, because this is a fairly quick recipe. The rice and the potatoes can cook at the same time, and then of course the chickpeas don't take long at all. But the next thing we're going to do, now that I have everything prepped, I'm going to get these potatoes in a pot and I'm going to boil them. So I chose to put my potatoes in this this pot here, pan, pot, whatever you want to call it, because we are going to combine them once everything is cooked separately. We're going to bring it all together, and I want to use this pot to do that. So pan, I should say. I'm going to cook the potatoes in this pan, and I have it on high heat, and I'm going to generously salt my potatoes with some sea salt, just like pasta. I like to do this ahead of time, and then I don't have to add much flavor later for potatoes. So that's going to boil, and then we'll be back. So while my potatoes are boiling, or coming to a boil I should say, I'm going to separate the greens, and I'm going to rinse my salad greens and get those into the bowl, and then I'm going to rinse my collard greens and get those prepped to go into the dish. So while the potatoes are cooking, I'm going to prep my greens. Okay, potatoes are just about done. When they came to a boil, I did turn the heat down to medium. I did do that so that I could get the greens prepared. So let's get a fork. You just want to cook them till they're soft enough to get a fork into, and that's good right there, because then they will continue to cook in the skillet. So we're going to drain our potatoes, and then in this other skillet here, we're going to toast our chickpeas. Okay, so I sprayed both skillets. I've got this one heating up. I just returned the potatoes to the skillet. Now I'm going to season them. Okay, give it a little stir. I got some ground turmeric. I'm just going to sprinkle it around. I'm not really measuring, I'm just kind of eyeballing it. Smoked paprika. That smells so good. And then cumin. And I also want to do a little bit of black pepper. Okay, those are all seasoned. Give them a toss. My goodness, that is so fragrant. Okay, we're gonna let those brown up just a little bit. Turn this heat down to medium low. No, let's go low. We'll go low for now. We're going to get these chickpeas toasted. So I got the chickpeas in the pan. I hit them with the same seasonings, the turmeric, paprika, cumin, but I also added a pinch of sea salt and black pepper. Stir those around, get those nice and toasty. Now this one I have on high, because these potatoes are just about done. So I need these to toast up. So I'm going to let those be. Let those toast. And in the meantime, I'll get my coconut milk ready and my greens, because those will go in next. And also my curry paste. I'm still waiting for my chickpeas, just a little bit longer. They're just about done. Keep stirring them around. Make sure they get nice and toasty. These potatoes are ready. If you are concerned that your potatoes are going to start sticking, you can always give them a little extra oil. I'm just going to go ahead and spray them real quick. I don't want them to stick. Stir them around a little. Keep them moving. Okay. These chickpeas are so fragrant. Potatoes are smelling good. Alright, we are almost ready. The pan. Alright, so because I was doubling the recipe, I put 4 spoonfuls. Now this is hot curry paste, so you can use, whatever curry paste you want to use, or like I said, you can just use tomato paste and add some curry seasoning. That would work just as well. So I've got 4 heaping spoons. We kind of like being spicy, so I've got 4 heaping spoons of the curry paste in there with the 2 cans of milk. Now we're just going to stir it up and add the greens. So yeah, I've got, I don't even know how much. I've got some collard greens here that I've rinsed and I have broken up into smaller pieces. So I tore up the collard greens just a little bit more so they could be smaller pieces, and I'm incorporating them into the mixture. those in there. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to turn the heat up back to medium. Cover this and let it simmer until those collard greens are nice and tender. As you can see, the greens are starting to come together with the rest of the dish. You want to keep stirring this. You don't want your potatoes sticking to the bottom, so you got to keep an eye on it. You want to keep stirring it. Make sure that the greens get into those juices and get nice and incorporated. Make sure they get all cooked in. I did go ahead and turn the heat back down to medium-low because I am fixing the salad. Over here I have my greens that I washed from the garden. That's green and red leaf lettuce. I've got some carrots that I've washed, some tomatoes that I've washed, and green pepper. So I'm going to slice up these, and these I'm going to peel, shave them. Results of that. So this is it. This is done, and this is ready to be plated. So like I said, we like to serve it over white rice, which I have here. I'm just going to put that there and get some of this juice in there. Look at that goodness. Yum. And that's it. There you have it. You've got potato chickpea curry with collard greens served over jasmine rice. There you have it. Enjoy. Thanks for spending time with me. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was easy to follow. So, thanks again. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know if you try it.